weren't supposed to see these things, Trix or Skinwalker.
I don't even know what I'm looking at. Okay. Is there something just in the window? Whoa. Yo, YouTube, it's your boy Trix, and I'm back again reacting to another creepy TikTok video compilation. In this video, we're trying to work out whether these videos are real or fake. There's only one way to find out, so let's get straight into it, man.
Cat Williams did not own all the specials. He trashes the white man. The white man owns your content. You don't own it.
So Cat Williams don't own none of the specials?
False.
Yo.
False.
Disprovable.
Attack me. Once again, attack me. I got the armor. I'm bulletproof. Say it to me. I'm going to ignore it. The guy that sits on top right now have taken advantage of all the money that I have. I've shot over 56 specials for the up-and-coming generation of comedy. Why? Because I'm trying to create opportunities for others. So rather than complaining about it, I'm fixing it. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I also take full responsibility for any and everything that I've done in the fucking business, good or bad. My frustration with Cat Williams comes from you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this, and this. When do you take responsibility for your actions? You had the shot.
Cat was in that position at one point.
You were the guy.
Yeah.
You were set up to be the star. You didn't show up to work. You fucked off promo shoots. You fucked off your promo fucking trips that they had set up for you. You became a risk to the studios, which is why the studios stopped fucking with you.
Why was he at risk?
He chose drugs.
Oh.
Yo, drugs, everything up. And this Cat Williams situation is going in, man. Yo, I'm about to get my popcorn out. And
Y'all check this out.
Wait. Oh, she won't start it over.
Okay, go ahead. So y'all check this out. I'm watching a movie called The Creator. And yeah, y'all check this out. This is the type of shit that's walking around us every day, y'all. Look at this. Robots.
y'all better stay woke.
Look how realistic they look. This is what's in our environment, y'all. Simulated NPCs. They look like regular people, but they're robots.
First of all, she's saying, look how realistic they look. She knows that's a movie, right? Again, I'm going to sit here and say, yo, it's a movie, innit? It's a movie, right? We just don't know who we're walking past in the street or who we think's in our family, friends. I couldn't see it at first, but what is that, bruh? What? I don't even know what I'm looking at. Whoa, okay. Wow. Yeah. At first I didn't know what I was looking at, but damn, that was wild.
Y'all gotta see this for yourself, because you ain't gonna believe me, so here you go.
And put it over here. And now you see, the United States is no longer in the middle of the map.
Right.
Now, I did this with a major record company in New York City, I think in 1970. And an older man stood up in the back of the room and said, "Now, Elliot, you've gone too far." I said, "What's your problem?" You can't do that with the map." I said, "Well, actually you can." He said, "No, the United States isn't in the middle of the map anymore." I said, "The United States never was in the middle of the map. You need to realize this depends on how you draw your map." And then I pointed this little fact out to him. South America is actually 9 times larger than Greenland.
Even though it doesn't really look like it.
No, it is. South America is actually 9 times larger than Greenland.
It's crazy.
Now, according to your social studies teachers, what is the equator? Halfway between the North Pole and the South Pole on this map would be right about here.
Right.
And that means that Iowa has a semi-tropical climate. Well, you've been in Minnesota in the wintertime.
I've been in Iowa too. It's definitely
You know that it doesn't have a tropical climate. So you have to then introduce a real version of the map of the world. I think this is the one.
Yo, she's just getting a... She been doing her homework.
That's very good.
The Peters projection map. The sizes on this map are right. The shapes are distorted.
Wow.
Look at Greenland on this map. Right there. See it?
Yeah, it's really tiny.
See how small that is?
Right.
Look at it on the Mercator projection.
So why do they do that? I don't understand.
Why? Because the Pope commissioned Mercator to make a map that shows the spread of Christianity. So all the countries in which there are predominantly white people are larger than those in the southern part of the world, halfway between the North Pole and South Pole.
Like, what? Whoa.
No ice around any of these areas, okay? There's North America, South America, Africa, India, Russia, China. Okay, so very similar to this map. North America, South America, Africa, India, China, Russia, okay? Only thing different, Australia. There is no Australia here because it hasn't been discovered yet. This is 1587. Australia wasn't discovered until 1606. So that's why that's not there. But my main question is, if this is a globe flattened out and this is on the bottom, right? What the fuck is this? There's no ice on it. And guess what? Antarctica hadn't been discovered yet. Antarctica was discovered in 1820. If you look, well, look, there's an alligator. There's a camel. Warm weather animals. So,
all around there.
You want to explain to me, first thing, what the hell is this? All this land. And second thing, what froze them? What happened between 1587 and 1892 where those areas got frozen?
Did y'all see that? Did you see that? But I thought that Antarctica had been frozen for millions of years. By this map, it's only been frozen for a couple hundred years. There was different scholars making these maps. This isn't the only map that shows Antarctica with warm-weathered animals. I told you wouldn't believe me. Yeah. I know you heard that. I know you heard it. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Is there something we need to know? Is there something we're missing? Is there something going on? Like, what the hell? Where? I told y'all, we always left in the dark. We're always left in the dark, and we don't never know nothing until it's too damn late.
Yo, she right about that. For me, always seems to be a narrative. Somebody's always pushing a narrative. So it's like, you know, with all of the conflicting evidence out there, it's like, how can you really truly know what's going on? I suppose you just got to keep watching and see what happens.
Polaris, a star in the sky that doesn't move, the only proof you need that we are not on a spinning ball. Polaris does not move. Supposedly it's aligned right with our North Pole, the pole of the Earth. And if we lived there, that would make sense that it would not move. But we don't live there. We live on the side of the Earth, even though Polaris never moves. And what I did here to show you this is Polaris. I did a star app in my garage here. Show you Polaris, and we're going over to the sun. We all know the sun moves across the entire sky throughout the course of a day, setting in the west. So I'm going to show you it moves all the way across, sets in this western line here.
And then, in the window.
So the sun is here. Polaris is going to be just over here, a little bit more north. And you're telling me the sun can go across the whole sky, but Polaris stays right there all day, every day, years after year? I don't think so.
I ain't buying it, bruh, is basically what it's saying.
So this woman, let's call her Bet. And Bet has a problem. One day, her adult son just disappears. Gone with no explanation. Her son, his name's Dexter. And Dexter, he's 37, he's had some issues in the past, so he's living with his mom until he can get back on his feet. And one day, Dexter and Mom get into a little argument over a broken window in the house. And Dexter gets so mad, he storms out. And Bet's like, alright, whatever, he'll cool off. And after a couple of days, Dexter hasn't called, and he hasn't come home, and Bet starts to worry. So she tries to locate Dexter herself. She's like calling his friends and stuff, but after several days, no luck. So then she calls the police to report Dexter missing. But unfortunately, police don't have any leads. So weeks go by, and Bet continues to follow up with the police, but still, they got nothing. Then months go by, and Bet's hitting up the police, and this whole time, Bet's been looking for him on her own, too. Driving around neighborhoods, posting his photos all over her Facebook, and Bet is devastated. It's like this situation can't get any worse. Until one day, the investigator working on Bet's case retired.
Come on, bro. Yo, where did man like Dex go, you know? Somebody find man like Dex.
So, you're not crazy. I'm definitely not crazy.
Maybe you are, dude.
It is something that's called the Mandela effect.
We know about it.
Let's go through some things.
Okay.
And see what's changed and what's happened. Let's go.
Let's do this.
We all have seen the Monopoly Man. Am I tripping? But I thought the Monopoly Man always had little glasses on or whatever. I don't know.
Did he have them on?
This is the old. This is the new. Kinda crazy. Now, Pikachu's tail. If I remember correctly, it always had like a little black in it, right? Am I tripping or am I not tripping? So, this is the old. And you guessed it. This is the new.
Oh, nah, bro. Oh, hell no.
Crazy.
Until.
Oh, we got part 2. But yo, Pikachu? Nah. I always remember that the little black bit on his tail. Obviously, when you were a kid and you used to draw. Yeah, I remember drawing the little black mark on his tail, I'm sure. Another thing about these Mandela effects, my take on it is, how don't we know that, you know, they just changed him and decided that they don't like the fact that he's got a black tip on his tail? Oh, let's change it. Maybe, I don't know.
Until one day, the investigator working on Bet's case retires and a new investigator takes over. 2 weeks later, the new investigator calls Bet and is like, guess what? We found Dexter. And at this point, the man has been missing for almost 6 months. So where has he been? Well, we're gonna need to back up a little. This is Dexter, and one day he gets into an argument with his mom over a broken window in the house, and he gets so mad that he storms out. About 30 minutes later, he's walking down the road, and he goes to cross the highway, and suddenly, boom, he's hit by a car. But not just any car, a police car. Oh, but don't worry, the story gets much worse. So the county has allegedly had Dexter's body this whole time. The medical examiner tried bringing it up with the police. The original investigator, the one who retired, he tried bringing it up to the police. But for some reason, they didn't connect the dots, and I guess it slipped through the cracks, and no one contacted Bet. And because no one contacted Bet, Dexter's body was never claimed. And because Dexter's body was never claimed, the county ended up burying him behind the county jail in what's called a potter's field, which is a place they bury bodies that they can't identify. So Bet goes to the field, and it's horrifying. It's just one big field with mounds of dirt marked by numbers on it, and it stinks like bodies. But then Bet talks to local news outlets, and the story catches on. And news of all this starts to break nationally. And people start investigating, and it turns out there are 215 graves in this potter's field behind the county jail, all filled with unidentified persons. And people start coming forward claiming that they had family members who they thought were missing too, but they weren't actually missing. They were just buried in this potter's field, and no one had notified the family. So now Bet and her attorney are trying to get the DOJ to start a federal investigation into this, because all this is crazy. Shout out to Mississippi.
So they just bury bodies in the backyard when they can't identify them, and then, you know, we've got people out here with family members and loved ones that are just never turned up because they're in the back of the police department's backyard. Yeah, that's wild. That's too much.
Come down a little rabbit trail with me.
Okay, bro.
So many people have no idea how important the Tower of Babel is and what it means. The all-seeing eye is the unfinished Tower of Babel mentioned in the Bible. George Washington was a renowned mason. And on the back of our $1 bill is M-A-S-O-N with the all-seeing eye. But you might ask, Ryan, why is that important? Let me show you this. The Washington Monument. The Washington Monument, built in his honor, is the tallest of its kind in the world. It is 555 feet high. Well, 555 feet times 12 inches is 6,660 inches. But you might ask, why is that important? I really hate to be the one to tell you this if you don't already know
Devil's number.
that. Nimrod was the one who built the Tower of Babel to go and try to defeat God. Well, Nimrod has 70 different names, whether that's Osiris or Apollo. Anyways, his birthday is December 25th, which is why we celebrate Christmas on December 25th. He's known for having a long beard, reindeer, and a Christmas tree. The Christmas tree represents Nimrod's penis, as it is the only part of his body not found. His wife started the tree tradition and hung balls on it. The garland is wrapped around it to signify a snake. The 5-pointed star at the top represents a pentagram. The whole thing is one big satanic celebration. The people of Babylon would make a wish for Moloch, and then they would place their babies to be burned alive into the arms of Moloch. And they believed that by offering up their babies to this god on December 25th, they would receive everything they had requested on their wish list in the year to come. The image of Moloch was a giant statue made of iron. Underneath this image was an umid, and it was stoked with wood until it became bright red. The image resembled today's modern-day Satan Claus or Santa Claus, and people are still offering up their children to Moloch. But Ryan, why is that important, and why should we care? Well, in Zechariah chapter 5, it tells us why. And this is the curse that goes forth over the face of the whole earth. An angel asked Zechariah, "What do you see?" And he says, "This is an ephah." And I know an ephah is a unit of measurement that holds 10 omers, but that is the lead unit that holds, what does that look like?
Looks like a UFO, bro.
And where do these ephahs bear? And he says, to build a house in the land of Shinar. Where is Shinar? Nimrod was described as the king in the land of Shinar. That is in Iraq. Y'all, everything is connected. Everything has a meaning. And I need you to try to wake up as many people as you possibly can.
My eyes are open,
Jesus
bro. Trust
Christ
me.
is the only truth that there is that we know of. And if you put your faith and your hope in Jesus Christ, you shall be saved. And don't have to worry about all the lies and the deception that we've been told here on this earth. I'm telling you right now, please get your house in order. The deception, the end time deception is here, and we are being played like a fiddle, y'all. Get your house in order.
Bro was dropping some serious gems there. There's just some things that you just don't know about, or there's just some things that you're not ready to know about. That's why a lot of people are still asleep.
Yo, truck drivers weren't supposed to see these things. Maybe it was a glitch in the Matrix, or a skinwalker, or a reptilian lot lizard. Yeah, I was out looking for prostitutes, escorts, dates, whatever you want to call them. But that's not the point of what I got on video, alright? It was cold out. Options were low. And boy was I desperate.
Bro, the first clip had me.
As I searched the streets, and the ladies were all bundled up, hiding their sweater puppies, I couldn't see their goods, so I drove by and they covered up more. Maybe they weren't. Who knows? And for some strange reason, they were walking away from me. So I parked and watched for a while, did what any other truck driver would do. So I lost my patience and got off. But then this happened. Sneaky, sneaky. Give the big rig a peeky. Where do you think you're going?
Buddy.
Oh, that swampy Kool-Aid.
Where do you think
Man,
you're going,
she
buddy?
actually don't look right. Something off about her. It's time for the safety inspection. Because we always gotta be safe on the road, if you know what I mean.
Yo,
follow to see more.
Yo, how she just turned her head. Oh man. And that first clip had me shook, trust me. Nah, fam.
Today. Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that? Today.
What is that?
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God.
Yo, the truth is out there, people. It's right in front of our eyes, man. Open your eyes and see it, bro.
The kids, they're gone. What do you mean they're gone? I was just driving down the street. I look up and they're gone. It was just vanished. I couldn't believe it.
Okay, cut the... Get in your seats right now. Hey, you kids, step forward, please. Facing forward, thank you. That's what I like. Whoa. Whoa. Everybody hang on. Is everybody okay? Kids! Kids!
This will go a lot easier. What did you do with them? There's no accident here, okay? Look around the bus. Right. There's nothing. Slow down. Slow down. Okay. Slow down. Okay. I know you didn't get in an accident. You just told me that. Okay. The kids are gone. They're gone. I don't know where they went. How many kids total? 45, 50. Okay. Do me a favor. Stand right there. Stand right there. Do it now, please.
Look at it.
Stand right there.
There's nothing wrong with the
Do not
bus.
move.
They just went.
I'm gonna take a look. Hello? Hello, police? Anyone on the bus? Hello? Is anyone on the bus? Hello? Is anyone on the bus? Can anyone hear me? If you're on the bus, please pop up, stick your head out, say hello, raise your hand. Hello? Coming to the back of the bus.
It's been a minute since I've seen any of these disappearing clips, but for me, this one's a little bit, I feel like the acting was off. If there was acting, the acting feels like it's off. You know, the cops going on the bus like, hello. Yo, you can see it, nobody on that bus. Yeah, the acting was a little bit off and I didn't quite catch the cut when the kids just disappeared, so I weren't paying attention. But yo, nah, I'm gonna call cap on that one. But if it's real, damn, where them kids at? Where's a follow-up?
So on December 1st, 2019, 911 got a call from Christopher Neal. It was a late night. Christopher, his wife Haley, and their 2-year-old daughter was just watching TV. Out of nowhere, they just hear a loud bang. The husband obviously goes to investigate. A man basically just broke into the crib. When you hear it made me feel weird, bro. I was kind of panicking because I was putting myself in their shoes.
I hate 911 calls.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
There's a man in my house right now.
Hold on, stop for a second.
Why are you in my house, bro? Let me talk to him. He's on speakerphone. Why are you in my house, though? No, I'm not going to harm you guys. All right? I promise. I'm in 40 years old. You can go. I'm not going to harm you.
William.
Yes, ma'am.
Can Christopher and his wife and daughter step outside?
No, ma'am.
What?
They're safe. Why are you locking that door? Don't lock that door, bro. You all right, man. I give you my word, man. I get what you're saying, but you got 2 guns, bro.
Hello? Hello? Is this Christopher?
No. Christopher's dead.
Whoa.
So that was William Jones, a known thief and home invader. Somebody was like after him and shit, and like he was seeking refuge in their house. He didn't kill him right then and there when he said Christopher's dead, or he wasn't dead at the time. But basically what happened is that he tried to get out of the house, like he tried to jump through the window. He shot him and shit. And then the cops obviously ended up coming to the house. Nothing happened to the wife or the daughter, but Christopher was dead.
But the fact that he's a known home invader and they let that behavior going on.
He had just gotten out of jail too.
Oh my god, the system's so fucked.
I ain't got no words for that.
Hello? 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 Who are you? I'm not understanding. Could you say that again? Who are you? Hello?
Whoa, that is some creepy stuff, bro.
Could you slow it down and break it down to me? Because I'm not understanding who you are or what you're saying. Hello? Hello? If you're still there, say something.
Radio frequencies, many things can come through there because it's, you know, we're all frequency. So what do you think about that one? Do you believe in radio frequencies and not just hearing music on there? You know, there is somewhere for frequencies to pass through and connect with us. Just like when you're having a bad day, that's a frequency. You're on a low frequency right there, or you're feeling upset, that's a low frequency. So if you play a happy song, it lifts your vibration, it lifts your frequency. Maybe she was just in the right place at the right time, the right station. Let me know what you think about that one in the comments.
Remember that one time a handful of rich people got into that fake submarine submersible called Ocean Gate and went underneath the sea to look for the Titanic? And it was basically slapped together using off-the-shelf Home Depot parts and was controlled by a video game controller, and there was a backup, don't worry. And then they paid a bunch of money and they went in the water, and it didn't even make it 2 hours before it imploded to itself and blasted them all into smithereens instantly. And then it came out later that they were in communication with the sub the entire time. They knew that it was having issues. They were trying to actually come up to the surface, but it wasn't actually working. They were hearing cracks, etc. They were measuring and communicating with the sub the entire time. And then at the exact same time that they lost communication with the sub, an audio anomaly was detected by the US Coast Guard that sounded like, allegedly, an explosion. And despite the evidence of all these facts, the United States mainstream media covered it with wall-to-wall coverage for multiple days, with charts and graphs and hopes and prayers and thoughts about how they could potentially still be under there, and there was a ticking clock counting how much breath they would have left. And then they let the news media run with it for multiple days and even sent out millions of dollars of U.S. ships and rescue mission equipment to try to supposedly find it or save them, potentially. And then all of this wall-to-wall coverage just happened to coincide with a bunch of really salacious releases about Hunter Biden and the prosecutions against him. And then they came out with articles that said that's a conspiracy theory and that's not what happened. And then you look back at all the evidence plus the audio recorded by the U.S. Navy and it seems extremely obvious. That was crazy.
I mean, everything just seems covered up. There's always a way to cover it up and push a different narrative and distract you from what it is that you should be paying attention to. Stay woke, stay ready.
In this next video, a woman is recording her neighbor's house after noticing something very alarming. It appeared that something strange was going on inside her neighbor's garage. Now the reason as to why this was unusual was because the neighbor was out of town. They were on vacation, far from home. But strangely, the lights inside the garage had turned on. The woman who took this video was passing by when she noticed this. But as she continued to watch, something happened that chilled her to the core. Take a look.
Was there someone just in the window? Whoa. Nah, I'm good. Wow.
After watching closely to see what was going on, this happens. a figure dashes back and forth in a seemingly frantic manner. It does this for more than a few seconds before suddenly stopping and looking out the garage window. It's as if it was watching the woman who was filming this. If the woman's neighbor was away from home, then who or what was this? As with most videos, this one remains a mystery.
That was definitely creepy. What would you do in that situation? Would you have gone further and maybe see who it was? Or would you just be like, nah? I would have been like, nah. Well, that's the end of another video. There was definitely some crazy and creepy clips in that compilation. I appreciate you watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the like button for me. It helps get the video around to more people. And drop a comment, let me know what you thought about these clips. If you subscribed already, I appreciate you, and if you're not subscribed, yo, hit the subscribe button, because we're going to be dropping many more videos like this. And on that note, best stay woke and stay ready. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.